Uh, Greetings, everyone. Greetings. We're back. We're back with a second episode of the Ad Read podcast featuring me, Caleb Fulmore, and we've heard your feedback. We've taken it into consideration, and but let's just take a second to appreciate the fact that we're here. We made it this far. We made it to episode 2. I've been looking at the analytics, and we do have an episode out. That is my analytic I wanted to share. People said we couldn't do this. People said we shouldn't do this. People said it couldn't be done. Mainly my mom, but we proved her wrong. Hi, mom. We do have 3 unique viewers according to the analytics. One of them is me. The other is my girlfriend, and it appears we have one third one that we just don't know who it is. If it's mom, I want to say hi. Who could it be? Could it be Barack Obama? Could it be Miley Cyrus? Could it be, I don't know. Now I'm just thinking of pop singers. Could it be Rihanna? Dua Lipa? Excuse me. Got the kombucha with me today. It's dry. It's dry. It's not alcoholic kombucha. The last podcast, I will admit I was drunk. I was on a cocktail of medications that I won't get into on here due to YouTube's content restrictions, and I want to apologize for anyone I disappointed. A lot of these ads that I read on here, they come with stipulations. You can't just act like anybody you want to. But and this podcast is actually for the first time coming to both of your ears. If you are listening in the with headphones, sorry about the last one. The last one was just for your left ear. I hope your left ear enjoyed it. I know your right ear might have got jealous, but we have to mix things up around here. Oh, first, I don't know what I'm forgetting the point of the whole podcast. We need to take a second to thank our sponsor, Zen nicotine pouches. Zen nicotine pouches, they're great for people who want the benefits of smoking without the harm and don't want to look like someone who uses a vape. And unfortunately, I still do look like someone who uses a vape. So I'm trying to zen my way out of that. I know vape culture might reject me for saying these things. And I still have love for the vapors out there. I still have love for the vapors. Just know you're still invited. You know? Because actually my next ad I'm going to read is for Elf Bar. No one knows exactly who we are, but we make all these plastic disposable vapes everywhere. Elf Bar. You need us, come buy us at elfbar.com. Guess we should check out elfbar.com. Anyway, how are you guys doing? You enjoying the ads? You enjoying your it's the spring solstice? That's not what it's called. I don't think that's what it's called. How's your spring going? You seen any flowers bloom? Did you write that letter? Did you schedule that therapy? Did you call that old friend? Maybe the old mentee? Maybe get back in touch with someone who you forgot about. Maybe I forgot about some dude who lent me a pencil in 3rd grade. I hit him up. Went to go visit him. He's in prison. No, we're having a good time here. We're having a good time. We wanted to read another ad here. We have an ad here for hands. Hands are they're part of the body, and we use them all the time. I'm using them to hold this microphone now. I'm also making gestures off camera you can't quite see. And hands are an integral part of human existence, really. Not to say folks without hands can't live fulfilling lives too. All right. And that actually brings me to my next sponsor, people without hands. Um, we're here too. Okay. You ever think a podcast has, kind of gotten old before it really even started? Like a podcast that's run its course before the first episode was ever recorded. You know, have you ever imagined a podcast so bad that the people listening to it would have to hide behind monikers such as Butt Muncher 69? Butt Muncher 69, I see you out there. We appreciate the support, but I want a different class of listeners. I think this podcast can stand up to All Things Considered with Terry Gross, or what's that other one? Juana Summers. One of those shows. I think this podcast belongs on NPR, basically what I'm saying. And because this podcast does belong on NPR, I need to make this conversation more about diversity. And I want to say shout out to the podcasters that are diverse. I'm trying to think of one. Joe Budden. Shout out to Joe Budden. Yeah, someone's gonna have to send in some diverse podcasts. I'm really blanking on this. I know this one podcast about by the girl who dated a lot of athletes. She has a podcast, right? She seems diverse. Is she? Is she diverse? I don't know. I have a hard time telling. I have a hard time telling. It seems like the white people want me to look a little darker. Maybe the black people doing some things to look whiter. It's like it's making it confuses me. That's why I just like to treat everyone as if they're Asian, and that generally helps me. Uh, okay, I'll start. I'll show all five of my laughs. I have the and I'll do all of these at different times throughout the episode. Oh yeah, I've been learning a lot about podcasting. As someone who has a podcast and someone who has a podcast with an episode out, I think I can say this with authority. I've been doing this about 12 days, and I'm going to just tell all podcasters what they need to hear right now. I've been in this game long enough to shave twice, and I've mastered it. I understand completely now what podcasting is about. You have to tease things that are going to happen later in the episode. So I wanted to tease a few things that will be happening before this, or allegedly will be happening before the end of the podcast. I'm going to tease some things for you. You'll hear about it now, and it'll make you keep watching to the end. Because of our one unique viewer that we have not identified, we saw that you only watched for 4 seconds. So we're trying to change that 4 seconds into 8, and maybe change that 8 seconds into 16. By episode 10, we should have you watching. Can we do the math? We lost the dog, actually. The dog is not here. My new assistant is the Invisible Man. So sometimes he takes off. He just takes off. Oh yeah, let's get back to the ads. We have an ad now for adhesive things you stick to the wall to hang pictures up. We know we said that we wouldn't damage your walls, and sometimes we do. But you still need us. You still love us. And who else is going to hang that picture up? You go get us. Go buy us. Use promo code the Ad Read Podcast, and you'll receive 0% off. But you will support this podcast by making me famous amongst the adhesive glue executives. You know, I really want these guys, these adhesive glue executive guys, to see this podcast and to see what I'm doing. I want to perform stand up for them. I think I could be the adhesive wall Richard Pryor, you know? Like, I'm sorry. My therapist told me to stop the delusions of grandeur, but that wall adhesive money is something that no one could pass up. Oh yeah, we did have an ad actually for money. Money. We are currency. You need us. You use us for transactions. You use us to buy weed. Word. Can't get my words out today. Looks like I must have bought some too. What? Play the police sound effect for a second. Where are we at, by the way? About 45 minutes in? 12 minutes. Okay. I like to do little checkups on the audience. You're 12 minutes in. You've seen what this is all about. You've seen what's going on here. And yet you've stayed here this long. Or you saw to a certain other point, you skipped ahead to this point, and I'm explaining that situation to you now. Or you started skipping before I explained the stipulation of the first situation, and now you think that I think that you just watched for 12 minutes, even though maybe you skipped to 12:55 and you just heard this part, so you didn't see that. Or you dropped your phone, maybe, you clicked it on the way down, clicked it up, it still really falls under the skipping. But either way, you're still here. And I want to ask, is everything okay? Because I don't know a lot of things. I don't know which of these microphones is making the sound come to you. I don't know how the audio is getting to both of your ears this episode when it was only one of your ears last episode. I don't know anything. But I know that if you are watching this, you need help. You desperately need help. I'm here as a hostage. And of course, I have my mission to the adhesive glue people. But mostly, I'm here as a hostage. It ain't easy reading these ads. It ain't easy being this cheesy. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to introduce a sixth laugh today. Did I give my teasers? I wanted to tease some things. I didn't give my teasers. I think I've just been rambling. Okay, teasers for this episode. By the end of this episode, sorry for the mouth sound. I just did and I just did it again to exemplify what I was talking about. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for anyone listening. Anyone watching, I'm not sorry. Which should be all of you, because I haven't put this on the actual RSS, whatever the thing is. I think podcasts should be a visual medium, and I don't think you are truly enjoying it unless you're watching me stumble through this nonsense. Okay, teasers. No, apology for mouth sounds. Listen, mouth sounds are bad. I don't know why I do them. If I couldn't do them, I wouldn't. If I could not do them, I would not do them. I'm going to talk to the doctor about it when I visit the doctor again in 3 years. Um, let's get okay. The teasers. By the end of this episode, I want I and I here's the thing about podcasting, okay? Let me tell you a story. One day, I was walking down the street, or maybe it was up the street. Either way, I was walking alongside the street. I was thinking out loud. I was reading aloud. And I was walking through a no trespassing allowed sign. Now, the sign said no trespassing allowed. So I turned around and I said, "What?" And the sign said, "No trespassing," out loud again. And I said, "What? Huh?" Now, I wanted to report this sign to the police. And I'll get to the teasers. Okay, we're going to talk about the teasers later. But I wanted to report this sign to the police. You know, and some of you might be saying, "Oh, you're a snitch." No, I'm just a law-abiding citizen, a member of the community, and a talking sign must be stopped. I went to the police. I told them about the sign. They arrested me, took me to a mental hospital. In this hospital, I met a guy who had just shot Robert De Niro on a talk show in some fictional city. Now, I tell this story to tell this. That being said, teasers. Okay, teasers. And I wanted to say something about pirates too, because that kind of falls into the teaser thing anyway. And some of you might be saying, "Are you teasing teasers?" And the answer is no. I just haven't gotten to them yet. And I feel like you have to strategize as a podcast host these days. You know, people are going to try to do takedowns of you. The adhesive glue guys that I want to impress, you know, they have their rules too. If they catch me nailing something to a wall, you know, to hang a picture up, thumbtacks, tape, anything like that, I could get canceled with them. You see, they consider that a Me Too. And, yeah, or a, racist tweet, whatever. It's weird how they put the racist kind of with the Me Too. Yeah, we have another ad. This ad is for the Swiffer cleaner. If you are too lazy to use a broom and you like efficiency, get a Swiffer. Use promo code the ad read podcast. No, it's supposed to be the ad read podcast. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Podcast. They put 2 O's in the promo. Okay, if you want to buy a Swiffer and support the podcast, it's the ad read podcast. You know what? I shouldn't take this, right? I should send them a letter or something. That's just not right. Podcast? A podcast? More like a prudecast. This is great. I'm just happy to be here. I didn't think episode 2 would happen. Episode 1, you know, I look back. I look back on, it's like how far you don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what it's like to grind it out for 2 podcast episodes. And nobody knows. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all never know. Do you understand what I had to get through? You understand the equipment that I had to move from one room to the other? Do you understand the tech questions that I had to type into ChatGPT and Google and Messenger's new AI assistant? Do you understand the drinks I had to purchase? Non-alcoholic, of course. To prepare myself vocally. To protect myself from vocal fry that I suffered on the last podcast. I came out there and I podded and my throat started to hurt. I don't have the dedication. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get a little sidetracked. And yeah. I wanted to read an ad for ADD. ADD is a oh cool, what's that? Oh, sorry. Got distracted. Welcome back to the Podcast. Gonna have to open the phone line soon. Let y'all call in. You know, we're looking to get that, you know, up and running. I got a big pop, and it's always nice to have you know, our one listener tuning in. I hope he's doing good. You know, I hope our one listener's doing good. Or she, or they. I'll just say they, because that could cover all of them. And I wonder, what are they doing? What are they wearing? Okay, is that a little too far? Okay, I'll stop. What are they, what do they like, you know? Do they like metal music, country music, jazz music, smooth jazz music? Do they like Randy Travis, Curtis Lowe, Curtis Blow? What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the Leonard Skinner's. Play me a song. Oh, yeah. You know what? I did want to perform a song for you guys on the pod. And I'm looking to see if I can get that connected. I'm under contract actually with ADD Records. And they don't let me perform unless the proceeds go directly to the IDF. So this might be I might have to do like a sort of rebel performance. You know, these labels, they're rough. I'll tell you that. But anyway, I'm gonna send my my agent an email right now to see if I can do a sort of under the books performance for you guys. All right. We'll wait his response. I'm waiting on a few things right now, you know. I got a few packages in the mail I'm expecting. I got a few a few ideas here and there for some podcasts. You know, once you do one podcast, it's like a tattoo, you know. You can't stop at one. You start to see the next one. And thinking about doing a podcast with I don't know, Barack Obama, maybe You know, maybe one with Putin, just to like balance things out. Like have like a Putin pod. That could be that. And that could be the Pootcast. That could be the Pootcast. But the one with Obama would be like, be like, I don't know, the Brothers Grimm, though. I don't know. We'll work on that one. I'm in touch with his people. They're not back in touch with me, but I am in touch with them. So they're not. They're just. It's a one-sided touch. It's a non-consensual touch. So Obama, if you're listening, I would like to do the pod together. I think we could be, the next Guys We Have to podcast or something. I don't know. What's a good podcast? We could be the next, I don't know. Isn't there like a Trevor Noah and The Rock have a podcast together? Is that a pod? I'll get my people in touch with them too. By The Rock, I mean the Crack Rock. Okay, excuse me. By the way, you might not have noticed, but I am in lovely London. I want to apologize. I heard some mouth sounds, and I was not sure whether I should address it or just push forward. I think it's best if we address it. The mouth sounds are. I am causing these mouth sounds, and I'm sorry. And for the viewers and listeners that are put off by these mouth sounds, I'm going to try my best to limit them in the future. I'm going to try my best to be a good boy and just respect everyone's hearing senses. Now, what was I going to talk about? It was the teasers. Oh, yeah, the teasers. I was going to tease some things for the end of the pod. Okay, teasers. Let me pull up the teaser list real quick. Pull up the teasers. A list of teasers. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Actually, I wanted to talk about this one other thing too. The San Francisco Zoo. I read that the San Francisco Zoo was receiving 2 pandas from China. China. And I wanted to comment on these pandas the San Francisco Zoo was receiving from China, and I think this is a great way to maybe smooth relations with China. These pandas. We've had our beefs in the past. We have some citizens and some there's a little bit of competition between the governments, and I just think these pandas can really maybe solve it. They send us 2 pandas. I think that's so respectful. And we could send them like 2, I don't know, maybe like 2 turduckens, something to really like give that American spirit, like, this is what we are, it's who we are, we're doing our thing here, maybe like 2 bazookas or something, AR-15s. This is like, here, thank you guys. As you know, this is a political podcast because this is a podcast hosted by a comedian. So I'm sorry, I think we got a little political in these last 30 seconds to 90 seconds, and I just want to say I'm not sorry because I'm a comedian with a podcast. I don't apologize. We will get political on here. We will get religious on here. We're going to get religio-political as well. What are the religions of politics? And what are the politics of religion? And what is the religiosity of political religion? And what is the politicalness of religious politics? Well, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Should the Pope run the world? I wouldn't be opposed to it. Okay, you bombed that one. You bombed that one, Chief. I had some thoughts, on Ukraine. It's always Ukraine, Ukraine. What about me, Crane? No. Um, Seriously though, I think we gotta put our troops in a good position. And when I say our troops, I mean KFC and Chick-fil-A, because the only wars I really know about are the chicken sandwich wars. So I I just want to declare allegiance with Chick-fil-A, but I'm open to being an informant, to being a spy. Popeyes, if you're listening. Zaxby's, if you're listening, was cool. Bojangles, I'm cool with you. KFC, I'm sorry, you guys dropped the ball. If the Colonel is listening, I want you to know that I respect you. I respect your stores, but you guys dropped the ball on the chicken. Okay, I think it can be said. And I just received word that we just lost our last viewer after dissing KFC. I'm so sorry, guys. Here's an ad. The Ad Read podcast with Caleb Fulmore is brought to you by water. H2O. Water. We are most of your body, and we are vital to your survival. Treat us nicely. Water. Use promo code AdReadPodcast to get 10% off water from your tap. You want to check that one out. I'm not sure where you put a promo code on your tap, but I don't know. I don't have a smart kitchen like some of you, so maybe you guys can fill me in. You know, fill me in. Is that a statement that people should say? That people, you ever hear people say this? It's like they'll do this. They'll say something like, "Oh, it's a pretty day out here." Pause or something. Fill me in feels like that could be a pause statement too. Pause statement. What a cute puppy. Pause. You have to pause when you show too much love, too much softness. Oh yeah, I wanted to get to some teasers. I had some teasers I wanted to get to. Let me pull the teasers list again, because I'm going to tease this for later on in the podcast. For the true troopers. A lot of people open the podcast and just listen to the first few seconds, and by a lot of people I mean me. But some people, they like to go all the way through. Maybe they're driving somewhere. Maybe they're at the gym. Maybe they're on their way to a wet baby shower. Maybe on the way to a wedding after party. Maybe they're coming back from hiking the Appalachian Trail. Maybe maybe they're stuck with a rock on their hand like that one guy in 127 hours. Maybe not. Maybe not. Anyway, what do we have here? USC cancels filmmaker's keynote amid controversy over canceled valedictorian speech. All right. This has become a news podcast. Quick, let's see. The University of Southern California further shook up its commencement plans Friday, announcing the cancellation of a keynote speech by filmmaker John M. Chu, just days after making the controversial choice to disallow the student valedictorian from speaking. The private university in LA on Monday said it was canceling valedictorian Ansa Tabassum's speech at the May 10th ceremony because of safety concerns. Tabassum, who is Muslim, has expressed support for Palestinians in the ongoing Israel-Hamas war. And university officials said the response to her selection as valedictorian has taken on an alarming tenor. They did not cite any specific threats. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to stay out of this one. Sometimes the news is fun. Sometimes the news is not. I like to make news jokes. And, well, yeah, not a lot of jokes to be made there. Maybe stop threatening the girl from giving her speech. Not sure. I wonder which USC that was. Oh, it was Los Angeles. I read that. Yeah, stop threatening the lady. Let her give her speech. You guys are naughty. You guys are naughty. Okay. Um, this really has become a political podcast. I was gonna look at some news things and talk about them in a light way. We got freaking Muslims getting threatened for giving a speech. Wow, hilarious! This is a great podcast. Yeah, I guess it's how it goes. I can relate to this to the valedictorian really. Is doing this podcast is it's brave too. People, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Bossum. I am very sorry, and I send my regards. I send my regards. Let's look at some lighter news. What do we have here? Where gun violence is common. Okay. Hey. Wow. I'm getting these headlines right. This is NPR. This is NPR. You're bumming me out, guys. All right, what do we got? Fake Botox has sickened patients nationwide. Here's what to know and what to avoid. Fake Botox. Dang. It's like I don't know. It's like my face. I just had the reaction too. Um, I've seen some good Botox. I've seen some bad Botox, and I just want to say I hope y'all go to the right people. I don't. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing against you. I ain't got nothing against you. Got nothing against you. Got nothing against you. Because I shoot. I want plastic surgery too. I want these adhesive wall people to freaking respect me. I'll get a chin put in. I'll get my nose. I don't know. I like my nose. Maybe get some more eyebrows. Get a hair transplant. Put my beard on my eyebrows. Something like that. Get the cheeks put in. Okay. We have an ad now for tea. Hi, we are the people at tea. We think that this ad has been bought by coffee. Buy coffee now. Buy Starbucks. Buy Dunkin'. Buy coffee. Don't use promo code the Ad Read Podcast. This podcast sucks. We just want you to buy coffee, and we have so much money that we can buy T's ads. By the way, the ad before wasn't for T, it was for Mr. T. He was going to reveal that at the end. It was a teaser. We're spoiling the teasers now. Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast has been kept hostage. This podcast has been taken over. There's been a coup by Big Coffee. Big Coffee. They think I have the secret. Well, guess what? I won't spill the beans. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be here all week. I'm pretty confident the sound is coming from this mic, so I'm just going to go ahead and eat it. Okay. So I watched WrestleMania. That was fun. Did I talk about that last week? I think about us podcasters. We talk so much. Sometimes we forget what we were talking about. I just had to freaking, pivot out of the sad news for just like 5 minutes there. You know, you know. I remember my valedictorian giving a speech. There was a little controversy too because he had like transferred in the year before, and I guess our school system was too crap or something. So just him transferring in. I mean, not to take anything away from him, but just like it was just, he transferred in. He was just number one from the jump because they had better classes to take apparently. And it was a good lesson to learn early in life that North Carolina's trashy. No, I want to give a shout out to North Carolina. This is the state that raised me. This is the state that made me. And when I move to LA, I want to come back here, once every decade and pay my respect. You know, I don't know why I'm saying here because right now I'm in London, and I want to give a shout out to the British. You guys make me feel at home. In America, I'm an alcoholic. Here, I am a lightweight. In America, I am fat. Here, I am obese, which makes me more special, and I really appreciate it. I like your generic chicken and kebab shops with your questionable copyright use. Um, Good chicken, good stuff, good stuff. Appreciate you guys in the UK. I wonder where maybe that third guy, the third unique listener, maybe he's in UK. Maybe he's in the floor right above me. That wouldn't make much sense because I'm on the top floor. So if you are up there, you'd be on the roof. Maybe he is. Maybe he lives on the roof. Rent is tough in London. Guys, I promised I wouldn't burp this episode, so I'm going to mute myself. Wow, you guys missed the most incredible burp. That would have gained me sponsors, perhaps put me into some sort of Guinness Book of World Records. Um, we have an ad here for your little sister's diary. Uh, Here's where you can hear all about your little sister's crushes, how much she hates you, and how much she loves unicorns. Your little sister's diary. Get 5% off your little sister's diary. Promo code TARP. TARP. The Ad Read Podcast. TARP. Thanks for listening to TARP. We appreciate it. You guys are tarpos. That's one thing you need as a podcast is a thing to call the audience. Mark Maron has What the Effineers. That's the only one I can really think of right now. I think Tuesdays with Stories. You guys are the Tuesdays. You know. I guess you could be tarpos, ad readers. Why don't you send in some stuff? Also send in a theme song. We need a theme song. I could try to build one myself. I am a Grammy stealing musician. And I did actually produce a record. I produced the record for The Largest Dump, but I also make music, so that's what I'm trying to get to. So I might whip up a little theme song for us. I feel like I like when it just jumps into the pod though, so I don't know when to drop a theme song. Maybe the theme song should be at the end. Maybe it should be like 45 minutes in. We take a bathroom break, drop the theme song. Maybe we should have a bathroom break now for people watching who don't want to pause. We could just stop. I stop saying important stuff. Matter of fact, go to the bathroom. This next 3 minutes will be unimportant stuff, and come back in 3 minutes. We'll get back to the real pod. Okay, you gone? All right. We'll see you. So I've been thinking about my father's passing years ago, and I hope he's proud of me because I still feel him, and I feel like he is. And every day, I recognize how good of a father he was in a different way as you get older and you start to see, the things he would do, and how he was getting nicer too as he got older, you know. He used to beat me with the belt. Now he just beat me with the hand. No, okay, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I did get spankings though growing up. Um, I wouldn't spank, but I'm not mad about my spankings. I feel like they were pretty deserved. I got like 5 or 6 spankings total. Only when I really messed up. Sometimes those were scary. I'm telling you, it's because when your mom, dad, he did it. Dad had calm when he was spanking you. He's like, I love you, but is what it is. Mom, she was on some mad stuff. Mom and dad, I love y'all though. I love y'all. You can still spank me. Um, Dad, though, grief is a powerful thing. Grief is a powerful thing. I just want to give a shout out to anyone out there who has grief or, dealing with anything. Here's an ad for grief. You know, if you want to feel some weird emotions you never felt before that last your whole rest of your life, try grief. Use promo code the Ad Read Podcast. Don't know why I went to spankings. That might be might just be what's it called? A Freudian slip there. I don't know. One day I used to walk away from us at the amusement park at Disney World or whatever. I don't know. You just like walk away and get lost. I was like, "What are you doing, Dad?" It's like this man just wants 5 minutes, a break from all these boys terrorizing everything. Wow. Are you guys back from the bathroom yet? This has been a cathartic 3 minutes. Thanks, guys. Um, we have an ad here as well for Volvic flavored water, sugar free. I've been drinking this stuff like crazy. It's sugar free, 0 calories, but it tastes great. It's what Prime wants to be. Promo code the Ad Read Podcast. Well, folks, it's getting to the end of the podcast. I really need to get to those teasers. Teaser hardly done. Okay, let's get out of here. I just want to thank you all for listening. Mainly the one guy. I know there's only one guy listening. I don't know if he makes it this far, but I want to thank you. And I want to thank you who are listening. Maybe you saw episode 10. It hasn't even been dropped yet. I bank these. I do 24 podcasts a day and then just do that for a week. So I have a lot of podcasts backed up, saved, and I'll drop 10 in about 6-7 weeks, something like that. I'm going to do some doubleheader weeks. We're going to get some events going for Eurovision and the playoffs, NBA playoffs. I don't know who you got in the NBA playoffs, but I'm really liking the Hornets this year. That's how you can tell we banked these early. I still believe in the Hornets. Just kidding. It's these are live. We're doing this live. You're watching it live. I know it doesn't say it on YouTube, but trust me, this is live. I could come out of the TV right now. Wanted to tease some things, but yeah, we're gonna do some events. And on episode 10, maybe you watched episode 10. You came back. You said episode 2. I heard there was some good stuff there. I heard there was some good ads. There was a bathroom break. He performed a song, and you wanted to come back. And maybe you're watching this part now from episode 10, and I want to say, hey to the future. I hope the future's brighter. I hope valedictorians can give speeches, and I hope ads can be read with pride and dignity. I hope the tea people or Mr. T or whoever it is gets his rights back from the coffee people. I'm not afraid to speak out against the coffee people, okay? I'm not afraid to speak out. Now, I do want to say something that there has been some bad things going on in my life. My hair is falling out. And I think the next episode I might be coming out. I might be coming out as bald. And I just really I appreciate you guys for going through this with me. Okay, we're gonna perform a song. We're gonna get to the teasers, and then we're going to wrap it up here. You guys, you made this podcast what it is. To the one guy watching, you keep me going, and I want to learn all about you. I want to know what your favorite food is. I want to know what your favorite drink is. I want to know what your favorite time of day to eat is. I want to know your favorite restaurant. Basically, I want to know all your food things. Let's get to the song performance. Let's make sure we have this in tune. Okay. We're going to have to go Gonzo style a little bit with the recording. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Wake Up by Arcade Fire, a song from the Where the Wild Things Are movie, way back from 2012, around that time that I stopped listening to music. And apparently stopped practicing guitar. I want to apologize for that performance. I wasn't sure whether to come in with a good vocal or good guitar performance, so I just decided to do neither. You guys know I used to be in a band called Stereo Fair. You can look us up. We had 0 albums, but we did play a couple shows. Good times. Good times. the hey, lead guitarist is working on a project now called Sticky Maze. You should go follow him on Instagram. He's got some cool stuff coming. The other guy's a nurse now. And the other dude is out in Colorado skiing, shooting films on the YouTube. Should get him on the pod, you know? Maybe we can call in with Parker. Anyway, you guys have been too generous. I want to get to the teasers here in a second, but you guys have been too generous, and I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, tuning out. You know, this hasn't been, just me, and it hasn't been just you. Something else is moving here. We're gonna get to what that is later on in the series, because this is a series of podcasts. There will be a finite number. I will be stopping after 2 million episodes, and there won't be any more after that. But anyway, I wanted to finish this podcast with a quick ad from the ending statements of a podcast. This is an ad for the ending statements of a podcast. It's a good time to thank people and to, wrap things up. Maybe read one last ad and call it quits. Anyway, use promo code the Ad Read Podcast for 10% off your closing statements for podcast that you can use on your own podcast in the future. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this wild ride. You guys have been great. Salute. We're off.